I remember when the generation gap was a big thing, you know. And this is one of the oldest songs I could find about it. It's called Mother, the Queen of My Heart. I had a home down in Texas, down where the bluebonnet grew. I had the kindest old mother. How happy we were, just we two. And one day the angels called her, said death we'd all have to pay. She called me close to her bedside, these last few words to say. Son, don't start drinking and gambling. Promise you'll always go straight. Now 10 years have passed since that parting. That promise I broke by mistake. I started in gambling for pastime. At last I was just like them all. I bet my clothes and my money, not dreaming that I'd ever fall. One night I bet all my money, nothing was left to be seen. And all that I needed to beat them was one card, and that was a queen. The cards were dealt all round the table. Each one took a card in the draw, and I drew the one that would beat them. I turned it and here's what I saw. I saw my mother's picture, and somehow she seemed to say, son, you have broken your promise. So I tossed the cards all away. My winnings I gave to the newsboy. I knew I was wrong from the start, and I never forget my promise to my mother, the queen of my heart. I did odelay, dee-do-lo, dee-do-lay. Sun and water all my own, yet I was never alone. Sun and water, old life givers, I'll have them wherever I roam. And I was not far from home. Sunlight glancing on the waters, life and death are all my own, yet I was never alone. Life for all my sons and daughters, golden sparkles in the foam, and I was not far from home. Sailing down this winding highway, travelers from near and far, and I was never alone. kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana ni something ilama pansa ise wichin le banana ni something ilama pansa ise wichile banana kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana ni something ilama pansa ise wichile le banana ni something ilama pansa ise wichile banana kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana ni something ilama pansa ise wichi le banana ni something ilama pansa ise wichi le banana kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana kwabe kuswan lentung yambe isale gambe shuyang tana ni something ilama pansa ise wiche le banana 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 ni something ilama pansa friends I used to know are coming by to ask me if my situation's high, 'cause sometimes I just stare at the sky. Up is down, before a crown I cry. If you would just drop by sometime, if you would just drop by, if you can possibly make it up sometime, I can be there if I try. The whole world keeps spinning me round, bringing me up and bringing me down, but I can't get there with my feet on the ground. Maybe I ought to start digging a hole around my feet on the ground. If you would just drop by sometime, if you would just drop by, if you can possibly make it up sometime, I can be there if I try. know, once in a while, as I sit and stare, I get the feeling that there's no one there. Look at me now as I roll off my chair. How did I know that a chair could be out where I usually stare? If you would just drop by sometime, if you would just drop by, if you can possibly make it up sometime, I can be there if I try.
On the bass.
mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. Need a place to call my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Rain for rain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music of the land. Sing along, you know. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, it's seasoned with a prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching from a tree, he's got his hungry eye on me. But in my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile. Inch by inch, row by row. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these. Okay, hold this. I know this is TV and stuff, you're not supposed to stop the song, but let me tell you, that's not good. You got to sing on this stuff. I know you're sitting out there saying, look, I don't want people to be seeing me sing on TV. People at home. I know you don't want to see yourself, that's worse, I know. But hey, this is the truth now. I mean, I used to, and not only, you probably, I know what it really is, you're sitting there saying, look, why should I be singing along on that Dingleberry folk song anyway? I used to feel this way about the song. I learned the song from Pete Seeger. And Pete would be up singing it, and everybody would be singing along, and I'd just be in the back going, fantastic. I wouldn't be caught dead singing this song. I thought this was, and I felt that way for a long time, even up until, I don't know, this morning. Actually, it was last week when I first began to change my mind, because last week by accident I happened to be up in Canada, and I was coming back down across the border, and they stopped me at the Canadian Customs and Immigration. They stopped me going out. I could see stopping me coming in, you know, but I don't know. I guess if you look like me now, they stop you no matter which way you're going. So anyway, I was up there, and I was stopped, and they were going through my papers behind the glass booth, and I was the only one stopped. Everybody else was, sure, go right on ahead. And it was like late at night, I was sitting there alone. And while I was sitting in there waiting, just by accident, I happened to be singing this song to myself. You know, I don't know, it just came to me. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow, oh yeah. And all of a sudden, a guy comes flying out the booth. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, excuse me, sir, but what's that you're doing, eh? I looked at the guy, I said, hey, I'm singing a song. He said, I know that, sir, but what language is that song in? I said, what language? It's in American! And I looked at the guy, and he had a puzzled face on, like a quizzled face, you know. And I looked at him, and I suddenly realized this guy was about 20 years old, probably just out of school, and this was his first job, and he didn't know what an inch was. I suddenly realized this was no Dingleberry folk song I was singing. I suddenly realized this song was significant. This song was about something. This song was about the last spot, about the last bastion, about the last place where we still have the poetry of mile after mile in our lives and not kilometer after kilometer. I suddenly knew this song was no just Dingleberry folk song. I knew this song was significant. It was about a way of life just rapidly disappearing from the entire planet and maybe even the whole universe. I suddenly realized there's a new way of life sneaking in, screwing us up. Sneaking in when you got to buy pop bottles in plastic liters now. You got to buy gas the same way as some places. They say it's cheap now. How do you know? Sneaking in when kids come home from school doing homework and you don't even know it's math they're doing. Sneaking in, screwing up our way of life.
It don't take too much. I mean, everybody in the world, every country in the world used to have their own way of counting years ago. Look what's happened to the world now that everybody's going to this new stuff. Screwed up. And that's being kind and generous. And that's being on TV. You know what I'm talking about? And it's beginning to happen here in America. And people are asking, people are saying, how come it's getting screwed up here in America? And so the Congress got committees, president got commission, everybody wants to know, nobody asked me, and I know. I know, because I know stuff. I sing about stuff. I sing about a lot of important things sometimes. But there's nothing more important in this song. So I want you to sing along, because it should be obvious now to everyone around the world that the problems of the world can't be solved in meters. The problems of the world can only be solved the way we made them, inch by inch and mile after mile. So here we go now. Don't be clapping and stuff. You got to sing along, inch by inch. Okay, here we go. Wait, stop the song. I know some people are trying to sing now, and there's other people sitting back there saying, I don't care. I don't care if that song could save the world. I'm not going to sing that song. Because I hate gardens, and I hate songs about them. I know there's people that feel like that in the world, and a lot of them moved to Austin, Texas, and they're all here at the show right now. People who hate gardens. I can feel it out there. I know what I'm talking about. And if you feel like it, this is a verse for you. Somebody gave me this the other day because they hated gardens too, and they weren't going to sing on this song, so maybe it'll be an inspiration for you. I know everybody needs different kind of inspiration in the world. So here we go. I just have to remember it. It's hard sometimes to remember. Let's see. It goes slug by slug, weed by weed. Boy, this garden's got me teed. All the insects come to feed in my tomato plants. Sunburned face, skinned up knees. I hate this next line. The kitchen's choked with zucchinis. Shopping at the A&P's next time I get the chance. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. It's good now. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe below till the rain comes tumbling. One more time for America now. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe below till the rain comes tumbling down.
I could be singing forever. I guess you could say I'm in love. The universe is getting together. You know that I can't say it enough. You and your friends have a party. Welcome your heavenly dad. Remember the guy by the water He spoke like he had something to say. He said, I don't want to hear anybody. I guess he's gone to live that way. Even though the elephants hear you, squirrel, would you believe it at last? Nobody wants to be near you. The new world is coming that fast. They're beating on you in Chicago. They're picking you up on a coast. They're knocking you off in Ohio. They like sending you to war the most. When will you get it together? Everybody in this land, helping out your brothers and sisters. Everyone must understand. I could be singing forever. I guess you could say I'm in love. The new world is coming together. You know that I can't say it enough. You and your friends have a party. Ooh, welcome your heavenly day.
Many a month has come and gone since I've wandered from my home in those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Many a page of my life has turned, many lessons I have learned, and I feel like in those hills where I belong. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, riding my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was
Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. But as I sit here today, many miles I am away from the place I rode my pony through the draw, where the oak and blackjack trees kiss the playful prairie breeze, and I feel back in those hills where I belong. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, riding my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. As I turn a life of page to the land of the great Osage, in those Oklahoma hills where I was born, where the black oil rolls and flows and the snow-white cotton grows, and I feel like in those hills where I belong. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, riding my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born.
Raggedy, raggedy are we, just as raggedy can be. We don't get nothing for our labor, so raggedy, raggedy are we. Lee called it a zipper song because you could change one word and you had a whole new verse. Zip another word in. Homeless, homeless are we, just as homeless can be. We don't get nothing for our labor, so homeless, homeless are we. They say landless, or shoeless, hogless, cowless. But always Lee said you had to end with a verse. Union, union are we, just as union can be. We're gonna get something for our labor, for union are we. Lee Hayes, along with Woody Guthrie and Mill Lampell and the Sis Cunningham and a batch of others, and me, we made up a group called the Almanac Singers before World War II. Then it was Woody used to say it was the only group he ever knew that rehearsed on the stage. After the war, Lee and I and Ronnie Gilbert and Fred Hellman put together a group called the Weavers, and we made some records, and then I guess you know what happened. We had to take a sabbatical, and it turned into a Mondical and a Tuesdical, as Lee said. Lee started working with Alan Arkin, the actor, a group called the Babysitters. They made some of the world's best children's records for Vanguard. Then the last few years, he was battling diabetes. Just a couple months ago, he wakes up and dashes off a letter to my wife, who is like Lee, loved to garden. And he said, I don't know where the poop these ideas come from. The older I get, the more interesting my mind seems to be. I don't agree with it always, but it gets more interesting.